The Chinese version for NIKKE Goddess of Victory has finally been announced, pre-registration and also the release date, which is going to be on May 15 of this year. So in a few months, we're getting the Chinese version published by Tencent. Now, why I'm making a video just for this doesn't make too much sense. Well, that's because all of the censorship changes going on with this version in contrast to the NIKKE global version itself. Now, before we start, two things. Leave a like, subscribe, and then the second and most important part is that a lot of these promotion materials are usually censored just for the ads. Even NIKKE has done this plenty of times, okay? This is our Summer Anise when they announce her on the stream, and for the ads too. So even though we're going to be talking about censorship changes, we have to consider that this might all be just for the advertisements, okay? Nothing else. Until the version comes out and we can actually play the game, right? Let's take this as just advertising materials and then we'll see if they actually do all of these changes or not, because there is a lot of things. There are some that I am almost sure they will change just because how the CCP and China is. A lot of the color red has been removed, a lot of it. So let's go over all of these things. Like I was saying, the game is coming on May the 15th. We're gonna be playing this version as well. There is a PC client on Bilibili. I don't know if I saved the Bilibili version. I think I did here. Yes, so there is a PC client as well, as you can see here. This is the PC client. There's also gonna be a mobile version. It looks like they are not getting a day one version, but an updated client. And we're going to be playing just to see what differences there are, what characters they get, if they are censored or not, and just because it's free content and it's funny. We're going to be making our own union in the Chinese server. Feel free to join us. We'll probably call it CCP Rats or some bullshit like that. That's it. Let's get started with this. And let's go first over some of the changes that the JP Bros found, and then we'll go into directly the website itself and see the rest of the changes. Starting with probably the funniest one, in my opinion, and that's Alice. So Alice, as you can see, has been not only now is using a hoodie, but she's wearing shorts. For some reason, right? They put shorts over a bodysuit. Not only that, but they remove the bunny ears. No bunnies allowed in the CCP. This is probably the best censorship that they've done. It's just so fucking funny. Makes absolutely no sense. But we'll see if this is just for promotion or not. Because even on the promotions, Alice has always had this look. So that's an interesting one. Then we have the more interesting one, which is all counters squad. So first of all, they are removing the stars on rapid lights. They are putting black out, the black color, poorly done, by the way. Look at this side on the left. It's still a skin color, but then it's like black on below. So this is like poorly done. They remove the stars and that's it. Nothing else for Rapapi. Now she doesn't have, she's not showing legs, let's say. Then of course there is Anis, which we've seen this Anis in our promotions too. That's what I'm saying, that, let's wait a little bit. With no longer good shorts, but now normal shorts and no booba. She has gotten a breast reduction since the last time we saw her. And then Neon is just, they are removing the skirt, uplift or whatever you call this. I don't know how you call this, but they're just removing that and that's it. So nothing interesting going on with Neon. Couple more things that they are actually saying in here, as you can see, is that they're getting a couple new cinematics as well and a couple cool things. The cinematic we'll see in game how much they show. If they're removing so much of the red color, are they, for example, showing Marianne with her red eyes, or are they changing that too? So that's what this JP Videos found. Let's go over the website, a couple more things that I noticed when I was talking with my friends and checking everything. The first one, of course, is Mihara. You might not be able to see her, but she's completely changed. Of course, there is absolutely no way. Oh, I don't know how to write. There is no way that they are getting the normal Mihara, this one right here. It's going to be a lot more covered. We'll see how she looks in the Chinese version. That's going to be fun. The other thing important is that they're looking for 8 million registrations in 5 months, basically. And they're giving a couple of multis and no advanced vouchers. But there is a lot more characters on release for their versions, because they are using Miss Marcy for their promotions. So if they're using Miss Marcy, and there is, for example, also on their home screen for the Chinese version, there is the minigame Moh, but not the arcade. So they might be getting like a year one server. If anyone remembers when Moh was added into the home screen, do let me know so we can see what the Chinese bros are actually getting. So let's go into these pictures. These are the interesting ones that we were seeing earlier. The first one is this, and this is where you can see that, okay, they are getting Miss Marcy on release, so they have more characters than what we did on release. And as you can see, all of this is no longer red. All of the highlights on the bosses, those tones that used to be red, are now either yellow or a pink, purple, whatever this color is. Not only that, but even for when you are shooting and there should be QTEs, the QTEs are now also yellow. Also Anise, I hope this is not the Anise in game, because that is huge downgrade. But just look at this, right, with her legs exposed, right, good legs, and then this all covered. Can't even see the thighs. What is this? But as you can see, like I was saying, the QTs are also yellow. They are no longer red. They are actually red with a yellow tint on top. They were a little bit lazy with those ones. The other thing that they were showing here is one of the bosses and the also absolute girls right here with the new design. So as you can see, right, we're getting all of the bosses. They are no longer red. They will get some pink tones, pink undertones. But the rest looks like it's the same. The only other difference that people noticed when they were checking is the core dust. So as you can see, a lot of the red icons have been removed. Core dust is no longer red, even though in here, when it comes to the background, but the icon is blue. The other events that they are getting, it's the neon skin for $1. Which for those of you who don't remember, when the game released, you could get a skin for $1 for her. It's this one that I have equipped. So that is this event right here. They're also getting Mog in here. And then a rupee event. I do not remember what this rupee event is. Does anyone remember? If someone knows, let me know. Maybe it's a new event for the Chinese server, but I'm interested just to see what they're getting. So if anyone knows, do let me know. The rest looks like for the most part is going to be the same. They're getting unions day one, but it's the normal unions, the friends list, everything else. I don't think they will get too many differences gameplay-wise. Even though it could happen, a lot of Chinese games or Tencent, when they get Chinese games, they change some stuff to adapt it to their version. So for example, even Path of Exile, the Chinese version of Path of Exile has more quality of life than the global one. For a couple of things only, which are pretty funny. Now that said, like I was saying earlier, this game is releasing on May 15. We're gonna be playing and making our own guild just to keep track of what's going on and to see, you know, how much they're willing to change just to please Tencent, which own a big percentage of Shift, if I remember correctly. So we'll see what happens with that. That said, though, that's gonna be a short video. Just wanted to go over all of these changes, show them to you. Do let me know your thoughts. If you think it's gonna be advertisement or they're gonna be using these in game and we'll get Alice with some shorts and a hoodie, that will be the funniest thing ever. Or if you think it's nothing but advertisement and they will get the same characters that we are getting. That's it. That's gonna be it for this one. As usual, love you all bosses. Have a great evening. Good luck with your pool dinner dates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。